From mysterious forest dwellers to rare creatures that rarely show up, to undocumented giants and ghostly apparitions, trail cameras have managed to capture some of the most bizarre things that call these remote places their home. In this video, we go through some of the wildest things caught on trail cameras. Make sure to watch until the end because some of the clips and images are truly shocking and unimaginable. Kicking off today's video with a stunning baby elephant rescue. When an elephant falls into a hole and can't get itself back out, it creates quite a few problems. First of all, this elephant is stuck in a hole, and that obviously sucks. Secondly, how in the world do you get a massive elephant out of a hole? This amazing footage captures the moment when two adult elephants save a baby elephant from a swimming pool at the Grand Park Zoo in Seoul, South Korea. CCTV footage shows the baby elephant playing beside the pool when it accidentally falls in. The calf tries to swim but quickly realizes it's struggling. Without hesitation, the adult elephants spring into action. One first attempts to reach the baby from outside the pool, but when that doesn't work, it rushes in alongside another elephant. Working together, they swiftly gather up the little one and guide it towards shallower water, eventually pulling it to the safety of dry land. Their instincts kick in immediately, and they don't hesitate for even a moment. It's a remarkable sight to see. Next up, we have footage of some extreme weather that took place in Portugal, showing a fire devil on the verge of becoming a fire tornado. This may be one of the scariest sounding natural phenomena you've ever heard of. As if the idea of a tornado isn't enough to give you the willies, these special sorts come with the addition of fire. In case you can't quite get your head around it, a fire devil is indeed a vortex of flames and ash formed by turbulent wind combined with extreme heat traveling across uneven ground. The fire causes hot air to rise, and the swirling wind rushing in from the sides creates an updraft, which causes the vortex to spin. As it gathers speed and strength, the fire tornado can create its own weather system in its immediate environment, producing clouds of ash and fire-generated thunderstorms, and continuing to fuel itself by pulling up embers and flames into its vortex. It all sounds utterly terrifying. The fire tornado is among the most destructive and devastating forces nature can throw at a person. There are also smaller versions called fire whirls or fire devils, which don't quite reach the full ferocity of a fire tornado, but would still be alarming to see heading in your direction. Fingers crossed that these insane and unpredictable monsters of nature remain as rare as possible. Next, we have a pretty unusual fight. Pigs versus a bear. No, really? Here's some trail cam footage capturing the moment a curious black bear instantly regrets its search for food in a pig pen. Filmed in New Milford, Connecticut, the bear had clearly smelled food inside the pig's enclosure. Figuring that, as the bigger animal, it could easily snatch a quick snack, the bear boldly jumps in. But things don't go as planned. The pigs turn out to be much feistier than expected, and they sure as heck aren't in the mood for sharing. What follows is a lot of argy-bargy, good old-fashioned tussling, as the pigs fiercely defend their territory. In the end, they chase the bear off, leaving it embarrassed and empty-pawed. Outwitted and outfought by a couple of pigs, the bear was probably blushing under all that fur. But sticking to bears, next we have trail cam footage of a bear who finds a mirror. This trail cam footage is actually worth watching. It's a rare find, but this one is really cool and definitely interesting. A black bear is walking through the forest when it notices a mirror placed in the middle of a clearing and begins to investigate the unusual object. At first, it's hesitant, focusing only on the edge of the mirror. But then, it seems to realize that it can see its own reflection. Pretty clever. Other bears that have encountered mirrors often assume they're facing another bear and react defensively. But this bear is smarter than the average bear. Instead of getting aggressive, it spends time curiously observing itself. It inspects its face, examines how its movements affect the reflection, and appears to test whether the image in the mirror is truly its own. It's fascinating to watch this bear figure it all out, don't you think? But up next, we have a fascinating trail cam footage of a three-legged deer caught on camera. This is a short video from a YouTuber named Joel Gray. Joel was thrilled to capture footage of a three-legged doe with her young fawn out at night munching on some plants. It appears that the doe lost her leg, but somehow managed to survive. Whether she received some kind of human assistance or not is unclear. However, if she did lose a leg and managed to heal without developing a fatal infection or falling prey to a predator, that's nothing short of incredible. This video seems to confirm that not only has she adapted to life on three legs, but she's also successfully raised a fawn and kept it safe. She could only be described as a super deer, with more grit than a quarry. You'll be glad to hear that Joel spotted the deer again later in the season, and she still appeared to be doing well. But we have another deer footage, but this one was being attacked by a coyote. Well, this is a horrible and brutal video that shows just how ruthless nature really is. A deer is hopping around, having a regular time in front of the trail cam, when, suddenly, out of nowhere, a coyote leaps into view. It looks like it's curtains for the poor deer. After a whole lot of painful bites to the neck, the coyote disappears just as quickly as it arrived. There seems to be a large buck on the scene that startled the coyote out of its murderous pursuit of dinner. Although clearly stunned and apparently still lying on the ground for a few moments, the deer eventually gets up and walks away. We're told that the deer actually survived. This is remarkable, given just how brutal the attack looked and the fact that the predator seemed to go straight for the jugular. The deer was incredibly lucky on this occasion, but up next, we have perhaps the most mysterious trail cam footage ever. Here we have trail cam footage of a creature that has been menacing the heck out of people in India and has never been caught or photographed. So, is it a dinosaur or what? If you were one of the last of your species and wanted to stay hidden and safe from all the dangerous stuff, where would you hide? In a freezing cold loch in rainy old Scotland, or in the deepest forest of the most remote part of the Congo in Africa? This is the story of the lesser-known, dinosaur-shaped monster believed to inhabit an area of the map that is so unexplored, it appears as a blank space with the words, "insufficient data," to delineate terrain. So, if there is a surviving prehistoric monster, who's to say whether or not it exists in such a place? The mythical creature, known by locals as Mokele Mbembe, is believed to be a large reptilian creature with a long neck and tail, much like the Loch Ness Monster. But finally on the list we have the selfie-obsessed bear. And now, finally, we've reached the absolute best part of all the things found in the woods today. This is the ridiculously cute story of a bear in Colorado that posed for a couple of selfies. The trail cameras set up along the trails in Boulder and Colorado regularly capture images of black bears' behinds, or much more boring things. But one night, back in January of 2023, a bear found one of the trail cameras and spent the evening taking selfies, presumably looking for the best one to upload to the gram. Out of the 580 images captured by the trail camera that night, the bear appeared in more than 400 of them. That's some Kardashian-level selfie numbers. So what are your thoughts on these incredible trail cam videos? Do you think these videos shed more light on the mysteries of the forest? Do let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.